What is up, guys? Glenn here, and today I'm going over Geek Fuel for October. This is our deep dive review. I unboxed this box on my Twitch stream a little bit ago, as I normally do. So if you want to see me unbox these subscription boxes live, get my initial reactions, head on over to Twitch and sign up there and follow my channel where you can get notified when I'm going online. I'll always be announcing as well what box I'm going to be unboxing on a particular stream so that you'll know if you want to tune in, and it's usually in the beginning part of the stream. So this time it's Geek Fuel for October. Geek Fuel, one of those boxes that doesn't traditionally have a theme. Now, this month's a little bit different because it's the whole Halloween thing that everybody does in October. So there are some items in this box that play to that, but there's also items that don't necessarily. So as far as the theme score is going to be NA because Geek Fuel is one of those boxes, one of the few boxes that doesn't have a particular theme. So I'm going to get into it. We'll talk about the values of the items and as we go along. So first thing we'll get to is kind of the big item of the box is this 11 Homestyle Waffles kit. So it's basically a play on 11 from Stranger Things, and it is a box shaped like, looks like an Eggo Waffles box. Again, part of the beauty of this is that they don't have to license anything. And this actually had a couple of different items in it, including the shirt. So we had 3 items in here in this box. So it's a box within a box, which is very cool. I love the idea. I love the execution here. So we had a little box here. Again, a Stranger Things item, fragile, handle with care, that had a mug in it. So here's the mug. Mornings are for coffee and contemplation. It is a Chief Hopper mug from Stranger Things. Again, they can use all the fonts they want. They can use all the quotes they want. They don't have to worry about licensing. But a very cool mug. Mug is kind of a standard subscription box item, but I don't mind getting them when they're cool. So it came with a mug in this box. The second item was the t-shirt. So t-shirt, another 11 t-shirt, very clever design. I'm not sure how much I like the actual artwork, but the design is very cool. An 11 playing card, right, with 11 on them, and then the Demogorgon as her upside down part of the card. Very cool design, very clever. I like what they did with it. I like the color of the shirt, a purple shirt, very unusual for a shirt that you'll get in a subscription box. But again, I'm not sure I like the actual art. I think the art could have come out better, but I am in love with the design. I love what they did with it. It's even got a little 11 up on the collar there. So again, unlicensed, but very cool. They did a good job getting this shirt together. Just not sure I like the artwork that much. So that was the second thing in the Eggo's box. And the third thing was a air freshener, a waffle air freshener. It has a vanilla smell to it. Pretty cool. Again, the design is like Eggo's, right? Same font. Air fresheners are pretty standard items, again, in a subscription box, but this is something you won't find everywhere. So those 3 things came in this Homestyle Waffles box. Great execution, very clever idea. I love what they did with it. Now, as far as value goes, values with this box, and actually the next box I'm doing, which is Loot Crate, all the items pretty much are exclusive. So the only way to really value these items is through eBay. Now, they kind of hurt themselves value-wise with this in that there were 3 items in this box. So what I've seen on eBay is people selling this entire box for about 20 bucks. Whereas normally, if these were separate in these boxes, then the shirt would be 15. The air freshener would probably be close to 3 to 5, and the mug would be 5 to 10, so it would be over that 20. But since they all got packed in this same little box that you can easily sell as an item with the 3 items in it, it's going for about 20 bucks on eBay. So $20 for the waffle pack with those 3 items in it. Next thing we've got is, again, this isn't necessarily Halloween themed, so there's some items that don't quite fit. And one of them is this set of, it's a mashup. It's Pac-Man and Batman magnets. So you see Batman is the Pac-Man character, and then his rogues gallery are the ghosts. Again, a very clever idea, very cool. Great execution on this too. They're those rubberized magnets. And this would be a great thing. You can put them anywhere. You know, if you're, where do we traditionally put magnets on a fridge, right? You could put the Batman, and then the ghost could be chasing him. He could be chasing any number of the ghosts. 2 could be chasing him. It just, you can put them all over the map. You can make a little, you know, play out of it wherever you put these magnets. So it's a great, active, fun item. It really adds to the fun factor of this box. And I really dig it. Again, it's Pac-Man. It's a mashup. It's Pac-Man. It's Batman. Don't have to pay either one of them to do it. It's not a licensed item. But it came out great, and the execution is really, really good. I love the way these look. So good job on that. Value for the magnets, these are running about $11 on eBay right now, so you can get these for about $11 outside of the Geek Fuel box. And then next, now Geek Fuel has their own, we've gone over this before, has their own pin company where they make their own pins for their boxes. It's called... what's it called? It's called, shoot, I've already forgot what their pins are called. Their pins, Epic Enamels, that's what it's called. So they're, you know, they're their own pins. And this month they came up with a kind of a clever thing. It's a faux videotape. So pins from the Crypt Horror Edition. So you could get 5 different kinds. You've got a Crypt Keeper one, which is called Crypt Rover, Jason Fuelhees, the Shriek, Hannibot, and then a rare one, which is Penny Fuel. So these pins are all, you know, modeled after the Geek Fuel mascot, which is that tank, Rover tank dude, right? But so in this case, they're stylized after horror icons. Now it's shaped like a videotape. It looks like a videotape. It describes the different pins on the back. Very cool. And then you open it up, and the inner box looks like a videotape as well. So an old VHS tape has blood on it. I kind of tore it a little bit when I was opening it during the unboxing because I wasn't sure how it opened. So I kind of messed the box up, which is unfortunate. It just tore a little bit. It works still, but very cool way to do it. And then the inside is the actual pin. This one is the Shriek, the one styled after Scream. You know, after the ghost killer dude. So very cool. I like the way that usually the Epic Enamels are just in a flat with a wrap on it. And this one, I got one of the regulars. Didn't get one of the rares. So again, I like the variant part of it, but I also really dig the execution of the videotape thing. It's very clever, very neat way to do it. So this pin right now is going up for about $9 on eBay. So that if you want this pin, you can find it. Again, each one seems to be tracking a little bit different on eBay. The Shriek one, which I have, is the $9 one, but the other ones are actually a little bit higher. So you can actually, on eBay, some of these are going for, you know, 10, 11, a little bit more. I haven't seen the rare one. I didn't actually look for it either, so I assume that's going for even higher. So very cool execution on that pin. We've got, as typical, a Geek Fuel game code. So we've got a Steam game that almost always comes in a Geek Fuel box. This one is Death by Game Show. I haven't played it yet, but I will be playing it on stream soon. So you'll be able to watch me play it for the first time on Twitch on a future stream, and I'll let you know about that. But again, it assigns it a $10 value. I generally half that or even less. So this one on eBay right now is going for $3. So we're going to value that at $3. So those are the 4 items, but actually it's 6 items because the box came with 3 things in it, including the shirt, the air freshener, and the mug. So we got 6 items in this box. We're looking at a total value of about $43. Now, before I get to how that compares with the price, we've got the Geek Fuel book, and it looks pretty crazy front and back because it comes with some Viewmaster looking 3D glasses to look at the book with. So pretty cool concept. Again, really increases the fun factor for this box, considering this isn't even an item, right? It's just to look at the cover of the Geek Fuel magazine. So they did a really fun job with that. The magazine itself is pretty typical. Talks about what the items are. Talks about 11 from Stranger Things. Talks about horror games. There's articles just about Halloween type stuff. The game that's included, and then their typical catalog of geek gifts. And then the back part too has 3D versions of unboxers, and I see Stephen Higgins in there. Our buddy Stephen got in the Geek Fuel magazine this time around, so that's cool to see. And there you go with the rest of the 3D with 3D glasses. So very cool box. I was very happy with it. I was happy with the surprises and the execution. They just did a great job of making this box very different. Back to the value. Talked about the value adding up to about $43. And again, they kind of hurt themselves by having 3 packed in one box, value-wise, because when you sell this box, you're selling it for less than the individual items. So $43 total. The price of this box with shipping, for if you're just getting it month by month, is $24.90. So that means the value of the items was 1.72 times what I paid for it. So that gives that value a B. So the scores, we've got a value of B. Again, if a box isn't getting 2 times the value or more with the items inside, I don't give it an A. So it's got to be still solid. 1.7 times is fine, especially considering the fact that the value was hurt by having all 3 items in here. Instead of 43, it probably would have been closer to 53, which would have pushed it over that A value. But since people are selling those items together in this Eggos box, it's stuck at that B level. So value of B. Fun factor, I gave it an A. The magnets I talked about. The mug is cool. I mean, it's a standard mug, but we're talking about fun factor. We're talking about things that you're going to use later. Practical items, fun items for later. The mug counts as that. The 3D glasses with the book, that increases the fun factor a lot. It's a great fun factor box. So they did a good job there. I put NA for the theme. There's no real theme. As you can see, a lot of the items did kind of tie together in a Halloween, October kind of theme. But then you kind of get into the magnets, which don't tie into that same theme. So it's not, I'm not going to dock them for that, but since they're a non-themed box, they just don't get a score. Curation, I gave them a B. And when I say a B, it's because although the execution was great, the items selected are pretty standard subscription box items. A t-shirt, a mug, a pin. So again, curation is all about what items did they pick to include in this box, what types of items, and how different were they from items you get in other subscription boxes. So still solid, still a B, just not anything that's like, oh, I've never gotten this before. Oh, I've never gotten this kind of thing before. This is very different. Not too much of that. So that leads us to execution, which is an A. Great, fun twists on normal subscription items. The pin, yeah, it's just a pin, but a great twist with the VHS tape and the look of it. This came out great, having, this is almost an item in itself, this box. It makes a great display. So executing those usual items like air fresheners and magnets and pins and mugs, which you can find in a lot of subscription boxes, but the way they did it really put them over the top. This was a really, really good box for execution. Shipping is A. Geek Fuel's always a solid box. Never any kind of damage. It gets to me pretty timely by the time they start shipping out, and I never have any problems with it. So there's an A there. So overall, an A. I gave this box an A-. The only minuses coming from hurting themselves a little bit in value, and the curation getting those typical pin, mug, t-shirt items. But still in that A range just because they did it so well. They did it in a fun way, in a way that was unusual, and showed a lot of creativity. So I really dig that a lot. This came out to be a great box. It's definitely something that really impressed me. Now, what do you think about this box? Let me know in the comments what you think about Geek Fuel this month. Is it something that, here's the thing about Geek Fuel boxes, they don't necessarily sell old ones very often. So this would be a box that I would have hated to miss. Geek Fuel's pretty consistent anyway, just like Loot Crate is pretty consistent, but they do have the bad box from time to time. So every once in a while I'll let my subscription slide, but then there's boxes like this that I would have really regretted not having. So let me know what you think about Geek Fuel in the comments below. As always, check out my social media off to the side. Mac Moolah is up and running, so go to Twitch, watch my streams, earn those points to be able to get pops and mystery boxes and all those fun things that I have available. Hit me up on Patreon if you want to support me that way. That helps out a lot as well, and those are a straight shot to getting those rewards. Other than that, I will see you guys next time with Loot Crate. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.